Solid dramatic romance marred by mismatched cover description. I'd had an arc of this book for a few months before publication, despite only finishing it on publication day due to both life and a rather insane pace of reading. It was my 81st completed book of the year and 11th of the month. At least through this point. Even the next day, the cover of the book and the description of the book both hint at a lot more visual and visceral travel-based romance than what is delivered here, to the level that I felt the star deduction was warranted for this mismatch. A mismatch that can be corrected at any time, perhaps as soon as even within the very time I'm writing this review. Thus, if the cover and description have been updated by the time you read this review and reflect more of what I'm about to tell you, hey, my reason for deducting a star is no longer there and I would consider it a 5-star read instead. Now, as to what this book actually is, prepare for some very dusty rooms. While there is a lot more telling than showing here, due to the nature of how Mendez chooses to tell the story, and perhaps the events of the book, both good and bad, could have landed even harder with a more first-person, showing narrative, the story still works quite well as is and I have no actual problem with it. Yes, some people won't prefer it, but others wouldn't prefer it if it were done in the first-person, showing kind of manner, so your mileage will absolutely vary there. Still, the story as presented is powerful, if one of those romance tales that span several years. This is far from an insta-romance, yet I'm also not sure that I would classify it as slow burn. Instead, this is a tale of life molding two people, mostly one of them, to the point where they finally realize they are what each other always wanted, even if they had to go through so much pain and hardship, along with fun and adventure, to get there. Thus, it actually works as a more serious balance to so much of the more bubblegum pop types of romances that are out there, and thus a solid tale to stay within the romance space yet get a different taste and texture from a story than maybe your typical. Or perhaps this is your typical and you need some bubblegum pop. While that isn't this review, find my other reviews wherever you see this one and you can likely find some recs for some of those too. Laughing face. This is one of those books where you need to be ready to read about life continually knocking our main character down, and sometimes she stays down perhaps longer than is healthy or wise. And that isn't the kind of book everyone can read at every stage of their lives, so you need to be prepared for that. It gets deep into the stages of grief and loss of different elements of our main character's life, and if that is too much for you, go grab some of that bubblegum. Heal up. Come to this one when you can handle this kind of tale. Because it is a good tale that deserves to be known. Overall, truly a strong tale that I perhaps have a quibble or two with the manner in which it is told and a more serious problem with how it is currently marketed at release time, neither of which actually seriously detracts from the power of the story itself. Very much recommended.